College Algebra, Topic 1.1 and 1.2. First, 1.1 Part 4, Number 6. Simplifying the fourth root of 48, x to the fifth, y to the 16th, z to the 21st power. First, I'm going to factor the 48. So let's work over here. 48. We can factor that into, let's say, a 24 times 2. We can factor the 24 into a 12 times 2, the 12 into a 6 times 2, and the 6 into a 3 times 2. Since this is the fourth root, we're looking for 4 of a kind, so I'm going to circle these 4 2's here. Okay, now let's begin to put this in here. This last 3 here we'll put here. The 4 2's here, which is 2 to the 4th power, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that's going to be 16. Let's see. So we have 16. Now, this is x to the 5th. This needs to be in the 4 time table, so I'm going to make this x to the 4th times x. Y to the 16th, the 16 is in the 4 time tables, I won't change that. Z to the 21st. 21st is not in the 4 time tables, so I'm going to make this z to the 20th times z. And now I'll begin to simplify. We're going to simplify the 16, the x to the 4th, the y to the 16th, and the z to the 20th. And we'll put them all on the outside. So again, the 16 simplifies down to a 2. So 2 is on the outside. X to the 4th, we divide the 4 by 4, we get x. Y to the 16th, we divide 16 by 4, we get y to the 4th power. And z to the 20th, we divide 20 by 4, we get z to the 5th. Now what remains in that fourth root will be the 3 here, that x, and that z. And this is the simplified version of the original problem. Okay, now let's take a look at what we did before. This is on 1.2. And this is from part 2, and this is number 5. The cube root of 16, x to the 5th power, y to the 10th, plus 5, the cube root of 2, x to the 2nd power, and y to the 7th. Alright, now the 2, we don't need to simplify that, but we're going to break down that 16 over there. So let's go to the side here and start breaking down the 16. Let's see, 8 times 2, and 4 times 2 for the 8, and then for the 4, 2 times 2. Now since this is a cube root, we need 3 of a kind. So let's take these 3 2's right here. So that this cube root breaks into that single 2 that's on the outside there, times 2 times 2 times 2, which is an 8. Now, x to the 5th, 5 is not in the 3 time tables, so we're going to make this x to the 3rd, and it's a bad looking x to the 2nd. Okay, 10, y to the 10th, 10 is not in the 3 time table, so we're going to make that y to the 9th times y. Okay, let's go to the other side. Here, the 2, that cannot be simplified. The x squared, the 2 is way too low for the 3 time table, so we won't change that. But the y to the 7th, we can change that to y to the 6th times y. Now let's begin to simplify these. And let me bring this up. This is getting a little low. Sorry about that. Okay. So the 8 can be simplified, the x to the 3rd, and the y to the 9th. Here, the y to the 6th can be simplified. So let's bring those to the outside. The 8 comes to the outside as a single 2. The x to the 3rd divided by 3 gives us x. Y to the 9th divided by 3 gives us y to the 3rd power. What's left in the radical will be the 2 and the y. Oh, sorry, the x squared, my fault, and the y. Okay, here, the y to the 6th comes out as a y to the 2nd, so we get 5 y to the 2nd. What remains in the root, the cube root, will be the 2, the x squared, and the y. Now, what we have here is that we have the same radicands. What's inside the roots match, and it's the same type of root. This is the third root. The 3 is just a little far. But that's also a third root. So if the radicands and the roots match, we can add what's on the outside of them. So I'm going to pull a parentheses here for the 2xy. Oh, sorry, should be a 3 there. I didn't put that there. Y to the third. And the 5y squared here, plus 5y squared. Those two are together in parentheses. And then on the outside, we'll put the cube root of the 2x squared y. And this will be our final answer. So let me raise that up a bit. It's still a little low. Okay, but this will be our final answer. The 2xy cubed plus 5y squared, all times the third root of 2x squared y.